All right, so we are live here, and then just give me a second to get live in the other groups we're in. Okay. Why am I not seeing us live? I see us live in Instagram.
Okay.
But I am not seeing us live on our main page. Let's see. Let me make sure I'm in the right channels and that I did not go live in.
I see us live in the main page.
You do see it now? Okay.
Yes. Let me check. Are you going live in the consignor group or no?
I have to share it from the. There it is. I just needed to refresh. Okay. I have to share it from the main page so that way they can see you.
Yes.
I don't know what was going on with that. All right. Okay, so I think that is going live. I think we're live here. I think we're firing on all cylinders. All right.
Okay. Yep. I see us. I see us.
You see us?
Yep.
All right. All right. Good evening, everyone. It is Fran and
Amy.
we are here live tonight. I guess one of our last big push, big lives before the actual sale, just to give you some information on drop off and pickup and shopping. So it's going to be a repeat of the information last week, but just in case you did not hear last week's live, we'll go through that information. And then if you have any questions, please drop those in the chat for us. So we are live on all of our channels. So I cannot believe, Amy and I were just talking before we actually started the live, that the sale is next week. I am not seeing this chat for us, so we are live.
I'm getting feedback. Sorry.
It's a live show, Amy. It's a live show. No, I'm just playing.
So sorry.
But yeah, the sale is next week, guys. I cannot believe it. It still feels like it's like further away than it is, but it is next week. So
hope everyone's ready.
I hope y'all are ready. Hopefully you use today. If you were off today, you use today to do some tagging and got all of your things finished or almost finished. So anyhow, today you guys should have received an email this morning with all of the drop-off details. There is a change. I believe, I don't believe I've mentioned it before, but I just want to mention it. We were able to get consigners to come to shop a little bit earlier because the consigner time was 3 o'clock for shopping on Wednesday. We were able to get that moved up to 1 o'clock. So if you can come in at 1, you can start shopping then, but you have the whole day to come in free. Your guests can come in free all Wednesday from 1 o'clock until we close at 9. So let's talk about that real quick before we talk about drop off. So you receive, when you sell with us, you receive 3 tickets to enter the building free to come and shop. So those 3 tickets, you can, one for yourself, and you can send the other 2 to 2 of your friends. If you are not able to shop, you can send all 3 to friends. And what happens is you get a QR code whenever you signed up for your drop-off time. You receive the QR code. That QR code is your ticket to get in. So you'll just screenshot that QR code and send it to your friends. That QR code goes live once you check in to the building. on Monday or Tuesday during drop off. So once you complete your drop off appointment, that ticket goes live and you're able to shop. So your guest does not need to be with you. You can just screenshot that QR code to them. Anything on that,
Well, and
Amy?
it works 3 different people every single day if you want it.
Yep.
So it's every day it restarts.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, if that's like, if you know maybe one friend's only going to come on Wednesday, but one friend wants to come on Friday, you can share the wealth. I don't
Yep.
know if that's what we want to advertise, but it is a way to use your tickets.
Yeah, we want people shopping.
For
So
sure.
the more people we have in, through our doors, the more of your things that will sell. So if you are not going to use your tickets, give them to somebody. Don't let them sit there and go to waste. Give them to somebody. Let them come in and shop early. Let them shop on you. And yeah, just don't let those tickets go to waste. So, and that's absolutely fine. Like Amy said, if you have some friends that are going to come on Wednesday and other friends that are going to come on Friday, that's fine. Just make sure that 6 people don't try to use it on the same day, because it will not
Create a schedule.
work.
I always, when I send it out, I'm like, okay, well, this is only good for Friday. Like I tell my friends, this is only good for Friday because I promised it to someone else on Wednesday or
Yeah.
whatever. So just make sure you're clear with that. But yeah, that's a good way of sharing your tickets.
Yep. Yeah. Yep.
So it was either, you could have chose when you did it, it could be emailed to you, which is the most likely what you clicked, but it also can be texted to you. So if you're having trouble finding it, you can, there is a way to resend it, but it was most likely emailed to you. You can go in and it's already on there. So you can just look for your QR code that way. I know sometimes that is tricky for people to figure out and find.
mhm.
But it was given to you then.
Yeah. And so again, shopping times for consigners is Wednesday at 1 p.m. until 9 p.m. So if you can come in at 1, great. If you can't make it until 3 or later, that's fine too. Your QR code gets you in the doors. And then, like Amy said, all week you can use that QR code to come in. But on Friday, when we have our half price pre sale, consigners come in at 5 o'clock. And so you can come in at 5 o'clock. Your guests can come in at that time as well and enjoy half price pre-sale shopping. So,
Mm-hmm.
all right. And so speaking of QR codes, let's talk about drop off. So for drop off, you will need that QR code. So go ahead and take a screenshot of it tonight, tomorrow, this weekend, sometime, so you can already have it on your phone. And when you get ready to check in on during drop off, you already have it. You won't be trying to figure out where it's at or what it is. And those the instructions are in that email. And I'm looking over off to the side because I have the email up. But for drop off, make sure you look at the Canva consigner's guide. I'm sorry, the consigner's guide, and look at how you pack your clothes and make sure that they are organized by the chart. That will save you so much time and frustration. Another good thing to have organized really well are your shoes. That way you can just drop them off to the size that they go in. And then books is another one that you might want to go ahead and have organized as well. Amy, can you think of any other?
Well, I was just going to say that for those new consigners that maybe this is your first time with drop off, don't get too hung up on like the how to organize it. Like, what if do I put it in a tote? Do I put it in a bag? Do I, how do I organize it? Make it make sense for you.
Yeah.
I mean, don't go out and buy new totes and new things. Like, that's not necessary. I personally don't have a bunch of extra totes because we store everything. So I use cardboard boxes to help with how I organize. And then, I don't bring a lot of clothing, but for me, I use rubber bands to group, my things together that way. So there's no like correct or must do way to organize your stuff for drop off. You want it to make sense for you. So for new consigners, just want to let you relax a little bit about
Yeah.
that, because the guide will give you pointers and you could follow those for sure. But don't stress necessarily about that. Make it work for you. It's just the more organized you are, like Fran said, the faster and better it will be at drop off. And that's key, especially if you're new to our sale and knowing our layout. If you have everything organized, it's easier to go to those spots really quickly.
Hmm.
Um, so definitely just wanted to do just to give you that disclaimer, like you don't have to stress
Yeah.
about am I organizing it the right way.
Yeah. And also, I thought about when you were just talking about how you organize for the sale. Something that I didn't talk about last week, but I told you earlier, I've been tagging
Mm-hmm.
all day trying to finish up stuff. So I have these things here. But I've seen a lot of sellers like take maybe their um, girls size 4 dresses, and they just take them like this, and they'll put a trash bag over it, and kind of like if you're getting stuff from the cleaners, and
Mm-hmm.
they'll just have it like that. So that's another way you can just lay that
In
in
your
your
car.
car,
Mm-hmm.
and that's an easy way to kind of get those things if you don't have get them there if you don't have totes and boxes and all of that. So that's another way that you can do that. But if you have any questions about how to organize that, um, ask in our consigner group. Like Amy said, boxes, ask on Nextdoor or in your buy sell groups if people have cardboard boxes that they're willing to give away. A lot of time people have those boxes from Amazon that they're ready to get rid of. So
Mm-hmm.
don't go out and buy anything. Just make whatever you have, make it work for you. We don't
Yeah.
want you're trying to make money by selling your things. We don't want you to spend a bunch of money on stuff.
For sure.
Yeah.
Um,
um mhm.
I was just gonna say too, I don't know if we're gonna hit on it a little bit later, but I would just pack a little bit of extra supplies that you use for tagging with you in case, I mean, we have them, but in case like you notice when you're taking things out of your car, oh, my tag fell off. Let me make sure I have an extra safety pin or whatever. I would just kind of make yourself a little go bag of just some supply materials, not a lot, but just in case you have any that come undone. You never know. I mean, we have those things on hand as well at the sale, but it might take a while to get it to you if there's, if we're dealing with checking in people and all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
just some advice.
Yeah. And there was a question about the 9x9 winner. I have not posted that yet. As I was going through this morning, there were a few discrepancies, and so I need to just check check with a couple of you to see and like make sure that we have the correct winners. So be expecting an email tonight or a text or something from that. But the tagging, the 9x9, man, it got
I
people
know.
tagging.
Yeah, I was tracking that and I was like, man, these people, this is great. It's great.
Yep. So if you missed that, catch it next time.
I know. I even know people that were tagging during that time and they didn't enter. And I was like, you should have.
Yeah, I do too. I do too. I had somebody that texted me and was like, I want to enter. Is it too late? I'm like, no, enter. And then they didn't enter.
Yeah, for sure.
So, anyhow, yeah, like Amy said, bring your supplies. We'll also have a stash of supplies on hand for you. Bring your waivers completed. If you don't have the waivers printed and completed, we'll have some up there for you. And if you have yellow tags, so that one's not a good one. If you have yellow tags, if you've printed your own, which don't have to be on yellow paper, they can be on white paper, that's fine. If you need yellow tags for your big items, we will have those as well. So we'll have things, but if it's always good to have your own stash so you don't have to wait for, somebody, or you can just do what you need to do. All right. So when you arrive at the fairgrounds, you're going to drive around to the back of the fairgrounds. It's the back of building C. That is our entrance. So I've said it a couple times. I'll do a video at the end of this week driving to the fairgrounds and showing you how to enter. But that is going to be the preferred location for you to park because it's easiest for you to get your stuff in and out. When you get to the fairgrounds, go ahead and bring in one item, bring it to the check-in booth, and either Amy or myself will check you in. And so we'll scan that one item. We'll also scan your QR code to check you in. So it's a two-step check-in process. We'll do that. Once we do that, you can get a rolling rack, bring it to the sidewalk. Remember, our rolling racks, carts, all of that stuff, they cannot go into the parking lot. They can just go on the sidewalk. But get your rolling rack if you have clothing and place your clothing on that rolling rack. You'll bring it in to the inspectors. They will go through your clothing and check for stains, holes, tears. While they're doing that, you can go ahead and go get the rest of your items and start putting those out on the floor where they belong, and you'll see signage with where to go. Once they are finished with your clothing, they'll call your consignor number, and then you go back, get your rack, and then put your clothing on the racks. Anything there, Amy?
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say, depending on when you drop off, it might be where you can just, they'll do it really quick, depending on how much clothing you bring, you know, that kind of thing.
Mhm.
So just pay attention to that area. If you know that you have a bunch of items that are floor items, but only minimal clothing, you know, just kind of gauge that because they'll just be, you know, they'll get crowded over there, but we want to make sure that rolling racks get emptied
Empty.
quickly so that new people
Mhm.
can fill them up because we don't have, you know, we have a lot of rolling racks but not,
Not unlimited.
yeah. So we don't want you to, I guess, hoard the rolling rack. We kind of want that to move quickly, so just kind of pay attention to that inspection area and you'll see that off to the side. So just kind of
Mhm.
gauge if they have a backup of along people, then obviously you can go and freely do your sales floor stuff. But some people get nervous, I guess, about like, oh, should I, you know, they just panic a little bit about that. So I was just going to say, keep an eye on it. You don't have
Yeah.
to stress because they will call you, but we don't want
Mhm.
it sitting forever.
Yeah. And please don't leave it.
Yes.
Don't leave. We need you to put your items out. Let's see what else. If you need to change your
Drop off
drop
appointment.
off appointment, there is a link that you can click in that email. But also, if you just on your Ticket Spice page or email, wherever, whenever you did your drop off appointment, you can claim an account through that. And then that's how you are able to change your drop off appointment. But there's a link in that email. If you did not receive an email, then you need to email me ASAP and let me know
Yeah.
because we don't have you in our list of sellers on our email list. So we've been sending out really important information. Um, so that's how you change that drop off, and also put it in the consigner group. I think somebody asked yesterday, and so I put it in the consigner
Mm-hmm.
group. I'll make another post with it and pin it so that everyone will have it.
And I was just going to say about that, like we do that, we stagger the drop off times just so that we're not inundated with a lot of people at one time and that kind of thing. So please try to stick to what you pick for your drop off
Mhm.
time. If something happens and changes, like it's okay. We're not going to be monitoring that drop off appointment schedule super closely the day of because we're going to be busy with, you know, checking people in and things. But just try to make sure that you stick to your time that you choose. You know, you need to come a few minutes later or whatever earlier, I guess it's okay, but try to stick to it.
Yeah, we are not going to turn you away.
Yeah.
you've been prepping and doing all the things. We want you there. So like Amy said, things come up, traffic happens. If you're trying to drive from, Friendswood to Rosenberg, you're
Mm-hmm.
probably going to encounter some traffic. Um, Schedules get mixed up, whatever. Just make it to us.
Yeah.
And it'll
I was
be
gonna say you don't have to stress. I mean, hopefully this is okay to say, friend. Correct me if I'm wrong,
Mhm.
but I was gonna say if something happens like that last minute, don't stress about changing your appointment. Just come, just
Just
show
come.
up.
Mhm.
We're gonna let you in. You're gonna do your thing because we want your stuff there. We want you to get dropped off, as opposed to you sticking to the schedule. If
Right.
that makes sense. So
Mhm. Yeah. So just yeah. So you can send a text. Some people like to send a text. You can send a text or a message letting us know that you're running late, but you don't have to worry about changing it. Just show up. um, let's see. And then there's a map on this email that gives you a general idea of how we're set up. A couple of things might change the day of if we're, running out of space, or if we feel that something may work better here or there. We might move some things or pull some things, but for the most part, um, this layout is what you'll use.
well, and I was gonna say signage is really, really good. So
Mhm.
just pay attention to the signs because we do a really good job. Not to toot our own horn, but there's a lot of signs, and there shouldn't be a lot of. If you read the signs, you know where to go.
Yeah. What else? I think I'm looking at this at the email. I was trying to use that kind of as a guide to see what all we needed to mention.
Yeah,
Um,
I was gonna say too, Fran, while you're thinking, but that
mhm.
email really is like the key email. I mean, all of her emails are important, y'all, but
Oh, thank you.
um, this email she sent this week leading up to this, like these are the key ones that you really want to make sure you spend the time reading and making sure you understand.
Hmm.
So if you're not getting them or you're not reading them, please take the time to do it before you show up.
Yeah, and then there's going to be another email, and it'll show you how to watch your sales live during sale week. So if everything is running correctly, the internet is working correctly, then you should be able to see your sales live in real time. And so you can watch, and that's pretty exciting to be able to see which things are selling of yours. If things are not working like they're supposed to, then usually either I'll upload at the end of the night or the next morning, and you can see the things that have sold. But that's always exciting. So that next email that you'll receive will show you how to go about looking at those sales, and it is also in the consigner guide. Um, and then for pickup, you will um, come back to the fairgrounds 11 to 1. You should have chosen the pickup time unless you're donating. And if you choose to donate, if you've seen like, oh man, all my stuff is sold pretty much except for these few items. I don't want to go, pick those up. I'll just donate them. Then you need to text me your name, consigner number, and donate either Saturday after the sale or Sunday morning, so that we'll know to pull those items. But yeah, so you've picked your pickup appointment, and then you come in during that time. I think we will stay with the electronic form. Last week I told you guys I was kind of going back and forth if we were going to do paper or if we were going to stick with the electronic form. We're going to stick with the electronic form. So you'll have a QR code. You'll scan that QR code to get the form, and then you'll go through the different stations, different areas to pick up your items. They'll be grouped by consigner number. So you just have to pick those up, and then again, bring whatever wagon or totes or things that you need to pack your stuff in, we will have our wagons and carts available for you to use to get it, to the sidewalk. But if you need to bring boxes or things or totes to pack your stuff in before you leave the building, bring those things. But yeah, you'll visit each area, pack up your stuff. You'll come um, to leave, and then we will do a check of your items and then check you out. And that's pretty much it. Did I forget anything, Amy? Is that
No,
pretty
you
much?
got it.
Sometimes for me, because it's, I do it like I skip steps or what, because
Yeah.
I'm so used to
Muscle
it.
memory.
Yeah, it's like muscle memory. And
Yeah.
so trying to think of it, from a seller's perspective or from
Yeah.
especially a new sale, because our vets, they already know, they know what
Right.
to do.
I mean,
But
I think the form walks you through everything you need to stop at. So just make sure you pay attention to that.
and don't
Um,
just check it. Don't just
yeah.
check it because
So I was gonna say too, this I always like to before Sunday, I do like to check my sales live so that I know what has not sold, so that I know what to check against. I mean, you don't want to go into it blind, if you get what I mean. So like check and see what I mean, I print mine out to be like, okay, this is what hasn't sold or this is what has sold, so I know what I'm looking for, so that way you
Mhm.
can just double check yourself.
Yeah,
Um,
because we give you a certain amount of time to, if there's something missing, to let us know so we can kind of look for it. And then also in our register process, sometimes you won't see that an item has sold, but once we do what we call cleanup,
mhm.
you'll see that it's sold or you'll get credit for it selling. So anyhow, we give you a certain amount of time to let us know if you're missing something. Um, so yeah, so you don't want to just check all of those things saying that, you didn't, you picked up everything. You want to definitely take your time and check.
Yeah. And I lost it. I was gonna say something. It'll come back to me.
Okay.
Sorry.
You're
I
doing
just don't know.
fantastic. I had a
Uh,
notebook up here, but I think, oh, there it is. To check.
oh my gosh, what was I gonna say? Oh, so 101 p.m. If things are not picked up, where do they go, Fran?
For the Women's Center.
Yeah, so that's really key. Make sure that you have picked up your items if you're picking up before 1. Um, we don't hold on to your stuff, so it does get a little dicey, tricky if you know if there's not communication about if you're coming or not and whatever. So just make sure that if something happens, you need to you need to text Fran.
Mhm.
And that way, because I know there's people that have not made the cutoff by 101, and their things go to the women's shelter, and then you know it's kind of out of our hands at that point. So just make sure you set an alarm on your phone for Sunday.
Yes, yes, because I know things get busy, you get busy, and you may forget. I know we had somebody one time, like they ended up having unexpected company
Mhm.
and totally forgot and ended up, having their things donated.
Yeah.
And so, that's unfortunate if that happens, but we can't hold on to all of the things. So I think that's it. I was trying to check to just make sure I didn't have any other notes written about pickup, other than you will get some little consigner cards if you
Mhm.
can take those with you and pass them out to people. Write your consigner number on there, and then we'll at the end, whoever's come into the cell using that card, they'll drop it off, at the front desk, and then we'll pick somebody to win a prize. So
You'll get them at, just to clarify, you'll get them at your drop off
yep.
time.
Hmm.
So we'll have a few of them. You can write your or container number and then pass them out to encourage people to come. And then, yeah, they'll turn them in and you can be entered for a drawing. Can I also talk about our other drawing that we're doing?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Um, but also, it's not too late to do your social ambassador post. I'm going to be posting a third one this week, and then the fourth one also, 3 and 4, will go up this week. So all you have to do is share those with, share on your feed or share it to a group that you're in, share it somewhere so people will know what's going on and they can come and shop for your stuff. The more people, that are shopping, the bigger your check is. We got to tell it to sell it. And so if we're not telling people about it, we're not going to see the return, on all your hard work. So we got to tell it. You have to tell it. We've been telling it. I need you guys to tell it as well. And then also don't forget the promo where is you get 100% of your first $100 if you bring 4 of those big items that are listed in the consigner guide. And you will, when you check in, you will let Amy or myself know that you have those 4 items. We will check them off and make sure that those things do qualify for the promo.
Yeah, and they're only the 4 items are only the ones listed in the consigner guide. There's not. Yeah.
Yep. And I believe that is it. Oh, and if you have not scheduled your drop off, please do so.
Yes.
Please do so.
Not finish tagging. Finish tagging.
Yes, if you're not finished tagging, finish tagging. And yeah, we are so excited to see you guys at this sale. Let's make this our biggest and best this year. So let's do it. Let's go.
Yeah.
Anything else? Any parting words? Let's see. 4 pair of socks. Okay. So there was a question about socks. So socks, put them in a Ziploc. You don't need those in a hanger. We'll have those little clips. I don't have one with me right now, but we'll have those little accessory hooks. And a lot of times, like our socks and things like that will go on those little clippies and get hung up on our accessory wall or wherever we're putting accessories. So just put them in the Ziploc. Oh, wait, you said 4 pair of shorts. 4 pair of shorts, you will put them on the hanger. So kind of like this. How I have these jeans on the hanger, you would put them on the hanger like this.
And show them how you safety pinned them.
Yeah, this one is like I'm not finished with it because I had it on. I had just one pair, and then I was like, wait a minute, these are both the same size. I'm going to put them as a bundle, and so I needed to find another a bigger pin for this one. But yeah, you hang it to the top of the hanger, and you'll just do it like that for your shorts. But if you had socks, you would put those in a Ziploc. And bassinet sheets. Sometimes we hang those. Sometimes they're on the table. So either
you can
way,
put those in a Ziploc too.
Yeah. Yeah. And we'll, if we need to do the little clippies, we can do that with them from the Ziploc. So no problem. Thank you for being here with us. All right. Anybody else? Any other questions?
And if you guys have questions leading up to the sale, don't hesitate to post them in our group. There's quite a few of us that are monitoring it, even more than we normally do, probably leading up to the sale. So it will get answered.
Yeah, and if you're new, you can reach out to McKenna. You can reach out to Amy or myself or the consigner group. But don't forget, McKenna is a resource as well for you all. So you can reach out to her. Um, and I believe that's it. Don't hesitate to ask any questions. We're here for you. We want to get you to the finish line
Mhm.
and, get some clutter cleared and some checks, some money in the bank.
Yeah, well, and give those things a second life for
Give
other
them a
people. That's what I
second
keep
life.
thinking too. I'm like, some other little kid's gonna be so happy to get these new things, and I know my kids are gonna be happy of the things I'm gonna buy. So,
Yes, yes. And Amy and I were, before we went live, I was just telling her that we realized my son needs new shoes. And so it was like, okay, do we get him, because they're like starting to talk, you know what I mean? Like bottoms starting to come off. It's like, do we wait until the sale? I'm like, yeah, we wait until the sale. It's next week. We can wait.
yeah,
So hopefully I can get him a few. His foot is growing so big. Hopefully I can get him a couple of pairs to last him next couple growth spurts.
hmm
So
and
yeah.
then we were also talking about how making your own shopping list. So
Oh
that's
yeah,
always
make your
good to
shopping
like
list.
kind of
Mhm.
think through what do you need and what are you looking for that helps when you come to shop.
Yep. And don't do like I did, like I think it was 2 sales ago for my son. Like I said, his foot is like just growing, growing, growing. So I just knew he was like in a size, I think it was like a 5 at that time. I was like, I know he's in a size 5. Bought the cutest Vans shoes that they were perfect, were like the perfect price, and some other shoes, and they were all too small. All too small. So I had to trace his foot for the next, sales and make sure that I had the right size. So trace those feet if you need to make sure that your size lines up.
Yep. I've never done it, but I was shopping with Fran at one JBF and I saw her pull out her little foot paper and I was like, ooh, yeah, I need to do that next time. So you
Yes.
won't regret it.
Yep. So, all right, guys. That is all that we have. So we will see you all. I guess I will be on next week. So, or at the end of this week, I'll be on at the end of this week. And then
Yeah.
all next week, you will see either myself or Amy or both of us.
Yeah.
So,
But we won't do a Monday night
no,
live, right? On Monday.
we we'll probably go live just to show you guys what is going
Dropping.
on, drop off. But yeah, it won't be like this
Yeah.
format.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be live on the ground.
Yes. Reporting live from the Fort Bend
In the
County Fairgrounds.
trenches.
Yep. So, all right, y'all. Well, we will see
Happy
y'all
tagging if
soon.
you're still doing it, y'all.
I'm
Get
still
those
doing
done.
it. Anybody want to come help me? 'Cause I need some help. Your girl needs some help at this point, but it's okay.